Janitor Wilco, what are you doing? You have no authorization to take that shuttle. To make matters worse, you have launched into the middle of a super double reverse anti-anomaly.
What?
You will turn that ship around immediately and head back to the shuttle bay. Do you understand, Wilco?
Can't do that, sir.
What was that last transmission, Wilco?
We're having a little problem with the signal, sir. I mean, with all due respect, sir, I did plead with you not to leave Stellar behind. Sir, I sense that something's just not right with that community. I don't believe Stellar is dead, and I just can't leave her there. I'm going to do this, sir, regardless of the consequences. Stellar saved my life not once, but twice. I owe her.
Well, that was her own stupid mistake. I demand that you return at once, Wilco. If you do so and surrender now, your record will be taken into consideration during your disciplinary hearing.
Oh, that'll help you loads.
The last one
sorry,
didn't go well
sir,
for
but
us.
I just can't. I have to do this.
Wilco, you fool!
Parodying Wing Commander. I would not be surprised. They parody a hell of a lot of stuff in these games.
Is sucked into the anti-anomaly. Communication with the deep ship has been disrupted.
Anti-anomaly. How does that work? Damn, look at that CGI. Amazing. That was probably pretty amazing for its time. Yo, what do we got here? Little blinking light. Check that out. What? Oh my lord. This guy.
Sir, I am unable to access the navigational computer. I am guessing that it may have overloaded just as the divalium crystal somehow went offline. Once repairs have been made and the shuttle engines have been refired, I believe I can follow the deep ship's ion trail back to Delta Berxilon 5.
Excellent.
That would be quite cool, Manuel. You sure about that?
Once the divalium crystal has been repaired, our
Manual
electrical
override.
system reestablished, and the
That's a good
engines
one.
fired, I am 97.2% certain.
Well, that's pretty certain.
Why only 97.2%?
I judged 97.2% to sound more hip to our audience than would 100. You would have to mention it.
Roger.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. It's the players you ruined it for.
Ruined it, Roger. Game's unplayable. Okay. So we've got to fix this crystal-y thing. Which should be behind this panel here, I think. Indeed it is.
Wow. Crystal seems to have broken. I swear it wasn't me.
It wasn't.
Now we're in deep.
Hey, I've gotten us this far, haven't I?
Yes, and what a wonderful place it is. How did I get hooked up in this deal? My agent's going to be hearing from me big time.
I do wonder how he ended up doing the voiceovers for these games, actually. But I'm not complaining about it. Okay, so we've got some Elmo's Gluzol.
It's a tube of Elmo's Gluzol.
Could be handy for fixing our crystal here. We do need a bit of a crystal, though, to kind of fill this gap. And fortunately, we have a little look at the data coder. I guess you could technically say the data coder does come in handy a third time in this situation, because we have a little bit of crystal here.
This is the data coder power source, a tiny chip of divalium crystal, the official power source of StarCon.
Thing's fried, though. Look at it. Happened to it.
Oh, great. The data coder seems to be fried.
Probably doesn't help I took the power source out too. Cool. So, grab our glue.
You pour glue all over the crystal.
Very nice. Pop it in.
I guess the divalium crystal won't work in this form. Fortunately, I have vast experience in the reforming of broken items.
It's no wonder you've had to repair a lot of stuff you've broken in your time. The word clod comes to mind.
Put it in, Roger.
I guess the divalium...
It's no wonder you've had to repair a lot of stuff you've...
What are you doing, man?
It feels...
Where? Oh, I have to put some on the crystal. Yep. Glue fixes everything.
You hold the glue-coated segment to the broken divalium crystal for 10 seconds to set the glue.
Nice. Looks perfect. Wouldn't even know it was broken.
I am here to serve you, sir.
Thank you, Manuel. Thank you.
Swell. There's not enough power to restart the engines.
Uh-oh. That ain't good. Not good at all. See what Manuel has to say about it.
Sir, the divalium crystal seems to be in proper configuration, but I'm afraid we'll need a power boost to restart the engines. I'm sensing that we may also have some sort of engine inlet blockage as well.
Inlet blockage. Well, I guess we're going to have to go out and investigate that one. But first, we will pop trunk.
You pull the handle and hear something release on the outside of the shuttle.
And pop the hood. Here, have a look. So we probably should put a spacesuit on, but actually, I'm going to save it. But let's just see what
The shuttle
happens.
feels flimsy.
Okay, that's not what I wanted.
EVA suits weren't designed just as a fashion statement, Roger.
Darn it, Roger, what are you doing? Bit of a shame this game has like nowhere near as many death scenes as the older ones. Those are like one of the best bits of the series, to be honest. So let's grab our spacesuit. Get suited up. Back on our helmet. It just didn't really blow you away. Puns are almost on par with the game's ones. Alright, see what we got going on. We got some stuff in the boot here.
These are the shuttle's jumper cables. That sure doesn't make you feel real secure about this spacecraft if those are standard equipment.
Well, they did say it was a stripped down model, so what do you expect? What else have we got?
It's a help sign.
Ah, very good. Exactly what we need. Yeah, the Leisure Suit Larry ones were good as well. I think this one and Leisure Suit Larry probably had the best ones. Though I'm not familiar with like King's Quest or anything. But I feel like those ones were more serious in tone compared to Leisure Suit Larry and Space Quest. Looks like we've also got something stuck in our engine here.
That, of course, is your freshly stolen shuttle from the Deep Ship 86. What's with this fish deal? Now one stuck in the engine intake.
Goddamn fish. Can never get rid of this thing. Alright. This fish has seen better days, I have to say.
It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's been chewed out by your boss.
Not a pleasant thought. Alright, so we've got some jumper cables and we've got a help sign. we'll get that set up. See if someone can come and help us out here. Give us a jump start. Yep, there's my fish. Can never get rid of this fish. Gonna haunt Roger for the rest of the game, pretty much. Gonna be another reference incoming shortly. Yeah, this fish thing is kind of weird, to be honest. I mean, this one has its own kind of charm. It's still kind of like Space Questy, but it has its own kind of style to it as well, I find.
Hello, sweetheart. You look like you could use a little assistance. Is there anything I can do?
Well, yes, there is. Thanks for stopping.
Here comes Wrigley.
Well, you just name it, I guess.
It seems I've stalled my engines. Could you give me a jump? I have cables.
I'd jump you in a heartbeat, Dollface. I guess you must have got caught up in that anti-anomaly. It can be a real pain in the... Well, anyway, let's get it done.
Do it.
Well, here's your
Hot
end
girl
of the
out in
cables.
space. Yep, Wrigley.
I'll let you know when I'm all hooked up. Contact!
Click where you want to put the red cable. So this is this one here is a little bit of a a little bit trolly. 'Cause we have a look up here,
That's just a...
I think.
That's
Is
just...
where it tells
that's...
you.
That's...
Nope. Maybe there's something else. So basically what you've got here is you've got a recall notice for the...
It's the recall notice for the
Manual.
owner's manual. It reads, Dear Ham Shuttle owner, it has come to our attention that there is a minor misprint in the owner's manual for the 1000 series of shuttles. Until a new manual can be acquired, please disregard page 73, paragraph 4 of that manual.
Where it reads, as any moron knows, when jumping the 1000 series, please match the plus cable end with the plus terminal on the polar flux repeater deck. Follow the same procedure for the minus cable and the minus pole. It should now read, as any moron knows, when jumping the 1000 series, please match the plus cable end with the whatever the hell that symbol is, and the minus cable end with the 0 pole. Thank you for flying a hamster. Yeah, so basically you'd be like, oh, plus to plus, minus to minus makes sense, but then you look at this and it don't make no sense. So the red cable is our plus one, I think, which has got to go here, and our minus goes here.
Okay, manual. We're all hooked up. Give it a try.
You get this wrong, Roger just gets fried.
Bye-bye, Sugar Bunny. I gotta be running along.
Hey, thanks for stopping to help me.
See ya.
There's your reference. Okay, set to go. Yeah, we did the help sign go actually. Good point.
You neatly replace the EVA suit in its proper place.
Yeah, polite Xenomorph. Gave us a nice little wave before it left. Alright. Should be able to make some progress now.
Good work, sir. I believe I can now follow the ion trail of Deep Ship 86 back to Delta Berxalon 5.
Excellent. Do it. We want to do initiation. Maybe Wrigley stole it. Well, Wrigley's going to probably need it in a short amount of time, I would say. So it's probably not going to do her any good. Right, we made it. We made it. Back to the elevator.
The wall panels of the Ascendo pad are formed from a core of fiber steel between dual layers of expanded polycarbonate sheathing that's guaranteed not to rust, chip, peel, or need repainting for at least 12 millennia.
Pretty impressive.
This is probably more than you wanted to know.
Good old elevator music. Endopad. Endopad sounds better. People should just start calling elevators Ascendopads, I think. So docking bays where we are. Quarters I don't think we can get into. That's all blowed up now.
Apparently, the room's been sealed off since the explosion.
Okay, so Lab B I don't think we can go to from memory.
You press the Lab B button, but the Ascendo pad doesn't move. Apparently you need some sort of clearance to get to Lab B.
Darn it.
So it won't open. I didn't want to go to Lab B anyway.
Right, Lab A it is. Good old elevator music.
Wow, a mad scientist working on a planet called Delta Berxalon. You wonder what he's doing here? Designing women, perhaps? Sorry?
That's alright, Gary. Give you. What have we got in here? Some Bunsen burners.
A couple of Bunsen burners sit on the counter. This lab table has a pleasingly round shape and a conveniently flat surface.
Just like any good table should be.
A beautiful ruby-backed flagellant hops around in this cage, whipping itself with its prehensile tail. You think it's an Erlenmeyer flask.
Might be
As
right.
usual, though, you're sadly mistaken. An Erlenmeyer flask is conical.
Oh.
This flask is spherical. Shows what you know.
Sorry. Have to study up on my flask.
It looks like a typical tank of smegminium, a cheesy substance
Smegminium.
used in the manufacture of projectiles, thrusters, and pistons.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
It's Dr. Bellows, Delta Berxalon's token evil scientist. It's just techie stuff. There is a Callahan Mahdi here. Seems you remember talking about those things to someone recently.
I did. I remember using them on someone recently, but I don't remember talking to someone about
It's a
them.
monitor. You've seen one before. In fact, you're seeing two right now.
More breaking of the fourth wall.
Hello, Doctor.
Janitor Wilco? What in blazes are you doing here?
Here for your plans, man.
Well, Doc, I got a distress call.
Jig up.
So why are you here?
Because I know it originated here. In fact, it was from Stellar Santiago.
You're out of your mind, Wilco. Now go away and leave me alone. I've got important work to do. Goodbye.
I know something's up here, Doc, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. You'll be sorry, pal.
Will be
Yes,
sorry.
whatever you say, Wilco. Just get out of my face.
Going to Lab B, isn't he? Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. That's alright, we can rummage through his stuff while he's... high-tech stuff seems like it could be important. High-tech stuff.
It's just techie stuff.
What did they say? Callahan moddy.
It appears to be an old 1586 circuit board. Oh, that's right. You're not supposed to be a techie. We hope we didn't confuse you. You've heard of black boxes, haven't you? Well, this one's red.
Interesting.
It appears to be a Callahan Moddy. Seems you remember someone talking about these recently.
I don't actually.
It's just an old beat-up chip. You have no use for that, you silly little janitor. You have no use. You have no...
Oh,
You take possession of the Callahan Moddy.
I have use for this though, apparently. See if we can do anything on this computer. Fancy looking computer. Cyberdyne. Oh, well that's a bad sign. What do we got? Accounting. All accounting functions are currently down due to blah 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 blah. Thank you for your patience. About right.
These aren't online yet. Apparently budget isn't a big concern here.
Research. All research functions are down until further notice due to insufficient funding. Talk to your local congressperson to complain.
Who wants to look at boring old research records? Try something else.
I might want to look at them. Communication. Logigy. What? Oh. Dial-up. Oh my god, we're on dial-up. Any minute now?
After a click of the screen button, Plotigy begins to painfully, slowly fill the screen. Oh, screw it. Even you don't have the time or patience for this.
But I wanted to know what the special was. No. Fine. Insert cyberspace check. Oh, well, we don't have one of those yet. Gonna have to acquire one from somewhere. It's not online, but Sierra is. Well, Sierra was, I suppose you could say. So they're owned by Activision now, I think, so it's kind of good. Starting to kind of put out some games again, which is cool. So we're going to have to get ourselves a Cyberjack. We have acquired a Callahan Moddy though.
It's the Callahan Moddy you scavenged from Delta Berksalon.
Kinda makes you wonder what he was doing. Yeah, he's probably just sitting there waiting for his dial-up to load, to be honest. Okay, so we'll head to the docking bay. Head back to our ship. We're gonna need to... maybe it's this way. We're gonna need to find ourselves a Cyberjack from somewhere. Always hated Delta Berksalon. I don't mind it, but only because it has one of my favorite parts in this game. Just for how, like, kind of like kooky it is, which is the...
Sir, I believe I may be able to tap myself into the
cyberspace
PTS and perform a limited set of functions.
PTS?
Do it.
Yes, sir. PTS, the Photo Triangulation System. It was installed as a crude backup navigational device to the modern navigational computer system. It's what you see before you mount it in the middle view screen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it is Delta Bergsalon. Pretty sure that's what it's called. That's offline. So we need to use PTS. Photo Triangulation System, online system, marginal 2 photographs remaining. So how do we use it? I think we just hit the button. Then again? Maybe? So we've got our photographs. Oh,
This is the photo taken with the photo triangulation system. This is the second PTS photo. It has yet to be peeled apart.
well, we best do that then.
You peel apart the photo and negative from the second PTS image. You peel apart the photo and negative from your first PTS image.
Good for us. Cool, so then I think we need to use the... That's right, so we put that on there and then we put the other one on too, I think.
Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked?
Or not?
There are no more pictures available for snapping.
Nope. Nope. Okay. Try that again. Maybe it's the negatives you put on.
Excellent guess.
There. Edit. Go.
This looks... These are...
Do something. Not quite sure. I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
It would appear that merge... Don't... There are no more pictures.
Don't we have to push something here to make this work?
Don't...
Ah, there we go. Okay.
The
said
PTS is
the wrong order.
online and working. We can now launch to polysorbate.
That's confusing. Do it. Launch. Polysorbate 60. Whole end of this game. Yeah, the end of this game can be quite difficult, to be honest. Kind of cool though, like the whole concept of it, but it can be annoying to get through. I've always found the start of this game to be kind of annoying. Like there's cool stuff to do in it, but it's where I would always get stuck when I originally played it. Back when there was like no internet to look stuff up. Got stuck there for a long time. How do we... Oh, that's right. I don't think we got the door here. I think we have to use...
The shuttle... The shuttle...
We have to use like this, I think. Get down.
The shuttle... The shuttle always looks trashed like this when it gets back from one of those intergalactic tailgate parties.
Okay, fine. Nice.
Then, the Galacticon said, if I did have hover capabilities, I wouldn't need the cleft snorter. Ah, excuse me, sir. How may I enhance your efforts?
Who are you talking to, Manuel? Freaking me out.
What may I do for you, sir?
Ah, here we go. Beam me down, Manny.
Step over to the transport pad and I will beam you down to the surface of polysorbate.
Don't get me stuck on the ground like that android did, please. Didn't appreciate that. Do it.
Manual tosses you a transport signaler.
Cheers,
you can
Manuel.
only use this from the place I beam you to.
Back to polysorbate 6.